The pressure on the front line. You see it right there, just keeping his dribble and then finding the open man.
Here's Marc Jackson, who's had a great three-game run here, going right into Shaq. Talking about Marc Jackson, and he definitely had a guy that he kind of reminded you.
Yeah, he reminds me of Charles Oakley. Now, he's not as good a player as Oak. I mean, so I don't want Oak to get mad at me or anything like that and track me down.
No one wants to have Oak mad at.
But he's a relentless rebounder. He brings a toughness. He likes contact. He'll make the open shot. He's a good team defender. He's a great guy to have on your team. And he comes off that bench and gives them big numbers. The other night against Boston, they ran the last 2 plays of the game to get him the shot. That's how much confidence that Jim O'Brien and his staff have in this guy. I remember he had the great year, I think, was at Golden State, and then he signed as a free agent and really struggled with a couple injuries and never really made it in Minnesota.
In fact, the year he was at Golden State, he was 3rd in Rookie of the Year, right back in Mike Miller and Kenyon
next year, but they've now lost he and Luol Deng, 2 keys to their success this year. You know, he was very blessed to get a donor, number one. Number two, he's got terrific physicians who have given him, to where he was able to get back to Miami and play where he had his great moments and possibly have a chance to win a championship. But
we've had a lead change and 3 ties. Sixers have led by 7. Miami has led by as many as 12. Iverson to Jackson. Next pass by AI.
Well, you can see what Iverson, he just took 2 guys with him and no weak side rotation by Miami. You're flying in there, you're leaving your feet, or you get passes deflected because you're up in the air.
Iverson is just snapping that ball all over the floor, setting up one Sixer after another.
Well, see, this
Jackson system of as Rodney Rogers launches a 3. Nice rebound, Iguodala. Great behind the back pass to Marc Jackson. And a foul on Eddie Jones. But, you know, he's kind of in the
game.
15 points by Wade, leads all scorers. 13 by Iverson, leads Philadelphia. Shaq has 8 points and 6 rebounds. And here is Jackson at the line. For the
thing that Marc Jackson's like Charles Oakley. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He's shooting almost 82%, and Charles Oakley was always a great free throw shooter, especially in the 4th quarter. You love for him to get fouled and go up to that line.
Jackson
and post feed and be able to catch and finish at the basket.
Jackson, and he is fouled. Wade was in there.
If there was a play like that and no one was around the ball, they gave it to the captain. So you got the points, you know. So you always think about how he came to a franchise that was woeful. I mean, it was awful. And
he looks terrific.
Tremendous amount of pride. How about the way Dikembe Mutombo's been playing for Houston? There's another guy.
Plus, he's been great in the locker room. Jackson. That is Marc Jackson. This game has seen Miami lead by 12 and trail by 7. They go inside, Iverson to Jackson.
Possession. And you have to have the mentality, Kevin, you're not always going to get it. But your running will free up opportunities for other people on the floor.
With the free throw shooting of Philly tonight, Doug. But as we were talking about before, Jim O'Brien told us they're playing through Chris. They want to run that pick and roll for AI. And here's Iguodala into Jackson.
My next timeout, I'd have one of my assistants write that on the board for the 76ers and go, guys, it's right here for us. Are we going to take it?
Go to number 7. There's a nice shot by Marc Jackson. Ever dancing on Haslam. Corner with a 2-pointer. And Miami losing the rebound. Jackson took it away from Shaquille O'Neal.
Well,
Jackson a screen. Iverson pick and roll with Marc Jackson.
Oh, that's their money play. You know, people say, why did Marc Jackson take the last 2 shots against Boston the other night? That's why, because they have a lot of confidence that they can roll out and make that shot.
He's got 45 right now. That is a career high. And O'Neal fouls
Indiana, and then they have 2 games that they've got to be able to win. They come home and they've got to be able to win.
And Marc Jackson, who has been terrific at the free throw line tonight, the big man, 12 of 12, 26. Iverson, 36.